What up, guys? Welcome back to Conversation episode number 41. Today, we're going to have a conversation on education, kind of, I guess, the lack of. Abdul just came back from a trip to Florida, and he's going to let us know a little bit of the stuff that he learned in Florida that was news to him and actually kind of news to me. Since we do live in Texas, sometimes we forget how different other states may be teaching or even living. Sometimes they may feel like you're completely going to a whole different country just by moving to a different state here in the United States. So, we're going to go ahead and kick it off. Abdul, let us know, as your trip, first of all, how was your trip and what would you do and what you learn?
So I went to Florida this past weekend. Went to Orlando.
Okay.
It was pretty fun. Went to Universal. It was right. We were like where we were. Our resort was like in this like tourist, I guess.
Yeah.
Attraction. So there was Disney. There was SeaWorld. You know the biggest McDonald's.
There's a biggest McDonald's there? Really?
Yeah, like this. But we went there, but it wasn't anything special, bro. Like the only thing that was different there was like 4 menu items. Everything was regular McDonald's items, but they have the pizza. You can order.
They have a what?
A pizza.
What, a pizza?
You can order pizza.
I don't know.
McDonald's pizza. It's like this, bro. The building is huge. It looks really nice from the outside, but you get inside and it's like I'm thinking the menu's gonna be totally different. I think they have pasta, spaghetti, and
I don't really eat McDonald's. I don't know what the menu
I don't eat McDonald's either.
Yeah.
I only went there because I was gonna try like this, the special items. But then when I got there, I was like, we literally drove all the way here for literally 4 different fucking things. Everything else was like completely the same.
I would say probably the thing that I would assume from my picture in the biggest McDonald's, right, would be that the kids part would be the biggest.
That's what I was, and then that's the conclusion that we came to. I was like, bro, they really built this for the children, for like the tourist kids, because like it's a big building, but like it looks like the play section is like what they focused more on. You feel me? They appealed more to the kids.
Which that would make sense because the McDonald's business. Have you ever seen that movie about McDonald's? I forgot what the movie's called. They literally.
That was a McDonald's movie.
Yeah, it's a McDonald's. Because the name McDonald, the people that owned it before, their name was McDonald's, but the person that like ended up owning it, he kind of robbed it from him.
What do you mean?
Like I forgot the guy that owns McDonald's now.
Ronald McDonald.
No, so the people. So there were 2 brothers that formed McDonald's, right? And they had like only one restaurant. I think it was in California. I haven't seen I've seen the movie, but I don't remember too much of it.
Long time ago. Then.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Okay.
And so the guy that ended up owning McDonald's, he used to sell machines to make smoothies. So he would go to like Burger King, Wendy's, these things to be like, hey, I'll sell you the machine to make smoothies. And they're like, no. So he ended up meeting these brothers called, their last names were McDonald's.
McDonald brothers.
Yeah, and they had a system. And when he saw it, he fell in love how the system worked. Like, they were the best restaurant in that town. For fast food, correct. So then he befriended the brothers, and then they taught him the system, so he tried to replicate it, but it wouldn't work. So then he was like, okay, well, would you ever consider about doing franchise, you know what I mean? And at first they were reluctant, like, no, we don't want to get screwed.
Because you couldn't mess up the reputation if you have a bad franchise.
Right, exactly. He said that they had tried it in the past, it had never worked.
Okay.
So then, the movie continues, and then they end up agreeing to it. He like convinced them to do it. So then he started to get franchise, and then had his friends do it too. But he noticed that there was a specific way to make it work. If you deviated it from it, you can tell a difference. Like the business would start to fall, like sales and all that. So he tried it with some people, and they of course they would add like French fries. They would add like different things to the menu, and it wouldn't work. Like he would go like, hey, how come your business down? Or like they'll be real messy. He wanted everything super clean. So then he started to figure out a way how to take it away from the brothers, and he realized that.
What do you mean? Like he tried to like
take away the business. Yeah, cut them out.
Oh damn.
So the way that he did it was by real estate. He owned the land where the McDonald's were built. So in a way, he was the land owner.
So he's a property owner.
Yeah, he's a property owner. So then all the McDonald's, if they wanted, they would pay him rent technically. So he's not in the business of burgers. He's in the business of real estate.
Of course.
So he started buying the prime real estate all over the world to put those McDonald's. And then once the brothers wanted out, they're like, well, this is not your franchise. I own all the land you're on. So if you want these buildings, you want to continue,
pay me.
You have to pay me for the land. You have to buy the land.
I ain't gonna lie, that's
so then
smart.
They pretty much, I think he bought it, don't quote me on this, but I think it was like for $1 million. He bought all McDonald's, like the whole.
But back then, that was probably like a bunch of bread, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but supposedly they had a contract where they were still gonna have what's that called? When they keep paying you for, like, if you, like, for example, royalties. But they never paid the family royalties. Supposedly they owe that family like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Probably billions at this point.
Yeah,
Bro, McDonald's is probably like the biggest.
It's one of the biggest food chains. Yeah.
Like any
like
country
Pepsi
you go, there's a McDonald's.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
yeah, Japan everywhere. It's like Starbucks almost too.
Yeah,
so
it's huge.
But yeah, that's the story. I know we got a little sidetracked, but
yeah. So like that was we went. We were around there, and I was disappointed in that, but it was pretty fun. Like, I had a pretty good trip. The weather's nice. The women are beautiful.
Oh, speaking of women, would you meet anybody?
I met a few women.
Yeah? You being a hoe?
We went out to downtown. Nah, I ain't picking. I tried to, but like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I wanted to go to Miami, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, cause like,
why?
Bro, women in Miami are like bird brains, bro. Like, you need to have money to talk to those type of girls. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
They're all superficial.
Yeah.
You know, they're all like OnlyFans, Instagram influencer type girls. You feel me? Most of them. I'm not saying
just tell, hey girl, I have a podcast.
Bro, they want money, bro. They want clout. They want, you know what I'm saying? They want that lifestyle, bro. So, and I went out there for me, vacation. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to pay your rent. You know what I'm saying? So, we was in Orlando. It was pretty cool. I think next time I go back to Florida, I'm probably gonna go to another part of Florida.
What part?
I want to visit Miami.
Yeah.
I do, because I wanted to go to the beach.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to go to the beach. But the resort had a really nice, like, pool. It had a bunch of pools. It had, like, 3-4 pools and, like, hot tubs and a water slide. It was pretty cool. They stayed in a pretty nice place.
Yeah.
So, I guess that kind of made up for it in a way. But, yeah, it was nice.
So how did y'all get into the whole thing with the discussion of like history and how I guess Florida isn't teaching certain parts of history?
My buddy, he picked up this girl, and she took us out to she showed us this one place in like local in her town, because she lives in Orlando. She's from Orlando, and it's called a Keg Social. Free clout for Keg Social, I guess.
Is it like a bar or what?
It's like a bar, but like / arcade, like a barcade type thing with bowling, kind of like Main Event.
Okay.
So we went there. It was pretty fun, and then like we went outside. I was kind of paranoid though, cause like they have hammocks outside, but like it's by the water, like a big ass lake. And I don't know, but like.
You thought there was gonna be some crocodiles or what?
I did see like some crocs out there. Not at that place, but. At the back of our resort, there's like a big old lake with like a fountain in it, like, you know, a nice little water fountain, and then like there's like a swamp area like towards the back, like by the tennis courts and the basketball courts, by all the amenities, and then on the signs as you're walking down the trail, because they have a walking trail too, they say beware of gators and snakes, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, you're not in Texas.
Yeah,
anymore.
This ain't Texas no more, bro. Like shit's real out there. And then like I'm noticing like a whole bunch of little lizards like everywhere, just like you know what I'm saying? Just hella wildlife out there. And then like at the swamp area, it looked like some type of like unfinished construction or something. And then like I see like two things crossing, and I'm like, is that what I think it is? And it's two like, they're not big gators, but they're like two like
they're smaller
gators. And I was like, oh shit, they really have gators out here.
Yeah.
That's weird. I've never seen that like just casually, but out there that's like
I wanna say they have a lot
casual.
of what's the big snake? Not anaconda, but pythons.
Pythons?
They have a lot of pythons because a lot of people want to have them as pets, but then they grow so big, so they let them out. They just let them out, and they...
I've heard even stories about people like on the toilet just chilling, and then like snakes coming up the toilet or something.
That's crazy, bro. How does that even happen?
I don't know, but they find their way through the sewage, bro, and they're like...
I've seen pictures of that.
Yes,
like,
they're very...
rats and stuff, but it's like you would think they would drown. Like, How far
Or like
do
get
they
intoxicated by all
swim?
the toxic waste and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because all the poop and
Yeah, but
whatever
maybe
stuff that goes down
that
there.
certain animals that doesn't affect them, you know.
That's what I'm saying. So I saw that out there, and I was like, oh shit. But yeah. So it was by the water, and it was at nighttime too. This is about like 12 a.m. It
Yeah.
was about midnight, and we're chilling on the hammocks, and I'm sitting down, and she's sitting across from me, and I just start picking her brain, just like talking to her or whatever, making conversation. It's funny though because like that's supposed to be his girl, but I was just bored, so I was just
Yeah.
like talking to her. You know what
But
I
I
mean?
mean, just because she's a girl doesn't
Yeah, I
mean
wasn't hitting on
you
her or
can't
nothing.
talk to her. You
Yeah,
know what I
I
mean?
wasn't hitting on her, but I just
Yeah.
felt like I was making more conversation with her than
Yeah.
he was. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
felt like I kind of.
So were they dating, or was it like one of those things like
They weren't dating, but he was trying
he
to
just
like
picked
he
her
was
up?
trying to move on to her. You know what I'm
Yeah, trying to
saying?
do the Mac, and
You know what I'm
you're kind
saying?
of
I
doing.
wasn't macking, but I was just
You were
like
stealing. You were
I didn't try to, but it sort of felt like I ain't gonna lie,
yeah.
because I was like really just talking too
You were
much. I
pulling a
guess
robbery.
type shit, but not really. I didn't even want her though. Here's the thing: I wasn't even interested. I was just like,
You
I
just
mentioned the conversation.
yeah.
I wasn't interested in her per se.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
You're
So
just more curious of what her point of view is growing
yeah.
in Florida.
I was asking, I was like, oh, so you're from Orlando, da da da
Yeah,
da. And then I was asking about music and this and that. And she was like, oh, how do I listen to this? I'm naming hella artists and bands.
yeah,
Because I
yeah.
went to a concert too. Mark McGraw or something.
Is it country? That sounds like country.
He's like a rock or alternative type of
That sounded
guy.
like country to me.
He might be. I mean, he does different types of music, but he
Yeah.
looked like a rock artist. And he was singing like rock songs and shit.
Okay.
It was pretty cool. So from there, we went to the keg place at night, and then I was talking to her, and I was like, so, oh, we're talking about politics. I just brought up politics. I was like, Kanye, and I was like, Biden or Trump. She was like, and I was like, wait, let me guess, you voted for Biden? She was like, yeah, and I'm like, of course you did. She was like, what is that supposed to mean? Let me guess, you voted for Trump? And I was like, no, I voted for Kanye. She was like, oh my God, you're one of those. And I'm like, I mean, if it came down to it, even if Kanye wasn't, you know what I'm saying, a candidate, like, bro, I wasn't finna pick Biden. So it's like, I went with who I thought, was the best of both
The
worlds.
best of
You know what I'm
less
saying?
evils.
Although, exactly, I
Yeah,
had to pick one of the lesser evils. And she was like, what is he going to do for the country that the Biden is? And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about right now? Like, Biden is, you see what this guy has done for the country? I think she's super liberal, bro.
See, but
She's
the thing,
mad liberal.
well, okay, she might be, but the thing that you have to think about, like, people, so there's certain kind of people, right? And it goes for both, right and left. There were people that no matter what you do, you can, like, if there could be a liberal that, which I haven't seen yet, but that has a pretty good argument, right, on certain things. But this person will always think this way, and it doesn't matter. You can bring them facts, you can bring receipts.
Oh, yeah,
It don't matter.
they
Like
believe whatever they believe.
yeah, they're like,
Hard.
no, it don't matter. Like, yeah, they'll do. They've done great for the country, even though, like, they haven't. You're like, what the hell have they done great for this country? Like,
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
bring
bro,
it to ruin. Like,
since he's been president, like, bro, we've lost mad respect worldwide. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, people, we're a joke right now. You feel me? Like, people are flexing their superpower. You know what I'm saying? They're just making a fool out of us pretty much. And I'm telling her all this, and she was like, yeah, but Trump's this, Trump's this, and don't get me started on DeSantis. And then that's how
that's how I
conversation
got to,
came about. He was like, we don't even call him DeSantis, we call him DeSatan out here. And I was like, let me see what's going on with that. And she starts telling me that he defunded like programs for cultural studies, so people aren't learning Black history anymore. People aren't learning like other cultural, foreign, studies. Like they're just like picking and choosing what to and what to not include
so
in
what
the curriculum.
do they? Yeah, what do they
education.
teach in the curriculum?
Obviously, they like when it comes to history, they're teaching American history,
Right.
But they're gonna leave out a huge part of American history.
Yeah, I was gonna say because American history is the dark part of it.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
was gonna
like
say,
with the
how do you
slavery.
teach
You know
American
that.
history without even bringing slavery up? Like,
Yeah.
because without slavery, America wouldn't be the great nation that it is. Let's be honest. Like,
Yeah.
cotton was the cash crop. Well, tobacco. Tobacco was a cash crop, but then to back that up was also cotton.
I
Like,
don't
that
know.
was
I
a
think
thriving
I think we
business.
could have done it without slavery. It would have just been different.
It would have taken a lot longer.
You think
and
so?
Fuck, dude. You know how much easier the world? I mean, how much easier America like got ahead in the world as a superpower because of slavery? Like, it generated
How did I even start?
billions.
Though? Like, was it
Billions.
because slavery wasn't like? Let's talk about that, right? Slavery wasn't. It wasn't like a revolutionary kind of thing. Like, it wasn't like
It was already a thing
Yeah.
overseas. It's just that like
So they just brought it over.
They brought it over, but they exploited the hell out of us. You know what I'm saying? Like to the max.
How does that even happen?
But the thing
though?
is, like, I think back to like Roman times, like
yeah, everybody was
been
yeah.
slaves.
That's what has been for thousands of years. Like like, and back then it was like if you owed me money, then you could be my like, or if I owed you money, you could be I would be your slave.
Mm-hmm.
Or like if like for example you lend me $1,000, right? Like back in the day, and I couldn't pay my debt, I would put my kids, like if I had kids, I would put them like on a lien almost. And it's like, well, if I don't pay you, you can take my kids as to be your servants.
And people did that with their daughters, especially like dowry and stuff. Or is that's different?
No, that's when they get married.
Yeah, but yeah, like people would like, okay, well, since I don't have the money here, you can take, or they like trade one of their slaves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If they had slaves, yeah.
Because you've seen Spartacus, bro. Like I've seen how that would like they were all slaves, but in that they kind of like worked for their freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like they fought. It's either you be a warrior or you remain like.
But how many people actually got out? You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like it was very minimal.
It's very minimal because they probably die at war or die.
As a gladiator.
Exactly, before they even got freedom.
Yeah.
And if they did.
It's very like probably 1% of people got out.
The best of the best.
Yeah.
And even then, that guy still probably ended up dying on the battlefield.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
really rare.
Yeah. But it was just weird because I was like, damn, like, why are they not teaching this type of stuff? Because when I was growing up, history, we learned everything. The good, bad, the pretty, the ugly, you know, everything.
Even Martin Luther King, whenever they're, you know, the whole segregation and...
Kids these days are not learning about the civil rights movement no more. And the only thing I did that was in agreement with that she said DeSantis was, like, on now, or that he passed was, he wasn't teaching LGBT, or he wasn't allowing LGBTQ to be, like, taught to kids in school. And she was like, he's not allowing them to teach this. And I'm like, well, why would you want him to teach that to kids? And she was like, honestly, I don't even care, but we don't like him.
She cared. She brought it up, right?
Yeah, I was like, you definitely care. So yeah, bro, I was picking her brain about that, and then
that's interesting.
Yeah, she just doesn't like them. Apparently, like a lot of people feel like that. I wonder about them out there.
I wonder if he did that. I'm not defending him right there. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I wonder if he did that because I don't remember what states they were going on, but they were wanting for like their cities to tear down like what was it like certain monuments or certain things because like they represented slavery.
Yeah. I remember.
So
that's happening a lot in the South for sure.
Yeah. So then you were right because slavery was more down south than it was north. And I think it was because of farming, like you were saying. Like there's a lot more farming down here than there is up there. But I wonder if that was like kind of like a response. Okay, well, you want us to tear down those things, well, let's not teach that history too, because that's one of the things that are because I remember talking about it in a different podcast where I was saying, okay, if you want to tear them down, just put them in a museum. You don't ever want to forget your history because then you're doomed to repeat it again.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because I do remember this. This is like
about a couple months
2020.
Ago.
Actually.
Yeah. When they were starting to do that.
Everybody was like in their college campuses and they're all starting like toppling statues.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? That's when the whole Black Lives Matter shit was going on.
I think they wanted to bring when George Floyd,
That's what started everything.
Yeah, and I think they wanted to bring down the Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, because like technically, like I don't know something.
He freed the slaves though.
Yeah, I know, but they still wanted to tear him down.
He did it for the wrong reason, but he still freed them.
Yeah.
He did it for it was only for the war. It wasn't because he actually gave it down.
You think so?
It was because of the war. He didn't actually give it down.
There's a theory that he was black, like he was like half black or half something.
That was a white man. He was.
We don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm never saw footage of him or we don't have. Did they have real pictures of him? What was the first film like they made?
You know the one with the little booth with the little cover over it, and then they do the boom.
Yeah, that's a picture.
Well, yeah.
But I'm talking about like a movie.
Oh, movie? There's a movie on Abraham Lincoln.
No, of him actually.
Oh, actual footage?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen actual real footage.
I'm
sure they had some. Like at least a speech or something. You know what I'm saying? Of him giving like a presidential
like a radio
speech,
thing?
something.
You think so?
I don't know.
Nah, bro. That was a long ass time ago.
Bro, but they captured footage of like war and stuff.
Like like World War One. Like I think you think it was 1800s they had film? Like film as in pictures or like the late 1800s maybe?
I gotta do research on cameras, honestly.
Let us know if y'all know down below.
Yeah, if you're a camera expert, let us know something, bro.
Because that's interesting, you know what I'm saying? Like what was the first president that was actually taken a picture
on
of.
film. Yeah, at least on a picture or film.
Yeah.
Cause I know it's been a minute. It's been a long time. But then cameras have come a long way, bro.
Oh, dude, like if our phone cameras are gone, like they're becoming almost.
If they can do what these can do damn near what those can do.
Exactly, a DSLR. It's crazy.
Cameras have come a long effing way, bro.
Like everybody has a bad A camera now.
Pretty much.
Like before, even when you had a flip phone, bro, the picture quality sucked.
Oh, pixels.
Yeah, it was like bad. 7 pixels. Now they're up to like hundreds.
Dude, yeah.
Which is crazy. You know?
Pictures are way, way, way ahead of their time now. Even on games, bro. Like, I have a PS Vita. I mean, it's pretty...
what?
A PS Vita.
The heck is that?
Oh, man. You know what a PS Vita is?
I'm a PC guy, bro. I don't know.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I don't play
you never got
consoles
PlayStation or nothing?
I was an Xbox guy, so you know how they used to be the PlayStation versus Xbox.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I was that at first, but I loved both platforms. But I grew up on PlayStation, but then I also had an Xbox when I was a kid, too.
Yeah.
So, like...
I love Halo, bro. That's what got me into it.
I stuck with Halo because... I stuck with Xbox because of Halo. So then... Long story short, I had I would go to my cousin's house, play PS2, and then I wanted one. I got a PSP. That's when I started getting into Grand Theft Auto and all that stuff. But then like the Xbox, that Halo, man, like I don't feel like there's another better game. That's such a like.
Nah, Halo's pretty like iconic, game. And the show ruined it.
Bro, that show with
Halo.
Like 3 years ago?
Nah, bro, it came out like
2 years ago.
2 years.
It was like 2 years ago.
A year ago, maybe.
I remember you talking about when we was at work a long time ago when it first dropped. I remember that.
I want to say it was a year ago.
I saw just like clips of it.
Bro, very first, you know how Master Chief throughout the whole series, you never see his face. First episode shows his face.
They expose him?
Yeah, bro. Like motherfucker comes out with it's like what? Like you couldn't just show his neck and then bro, like literally throughout the whole season, this man cannot keep his helmet on.
Damn. So they just expose his face the whole time?
Yeah, the whole time, pretty much. Like it's more times that he has his helmet off than it's on. And the parts that they do have it on, because they supposedly did it because they want to convey emotion, right? But the parts where he had his helmet on, to me, it feels like it's more true to the game, and you can still feel the emotion that he's having, if not even more powerful, because it's like
it's mysterious in a way.
Exactly. Yeah. You can see by his body language what reaction and what feelings he's having, and it's way better than seeing his face.
I feel like it would have been doper.
They fucked it up. They fucked it up.
Even if they wanted to expose his face, because eventually everybody wants to know what does he look like? What does he look like? They could have started it, a few, like maybe like after episode like 10, and then reveal who he.
Nah, bro, like wait till a couple of seasons. Wait, like if it goes like to season 5, okay, we're gonna reveal his face.
How many seasons did they even last? Probably not long.
One, bro. They've only had one, and it was hated by the whole community just because it wasn't true to the Halo story. The people, the writers admitted that they never even played a single Halo. Like
so it was a flop.
Yeah, bro. It was like they just went with their own script. They're kind of similar, and that show I was looking forward to it, bro. Because ever since Halo came out, they've been doing like fans have been making
on
like
YouTube,
films,
I remember,
And I would watch every single one because it would be amazing.
To make like,
some of it was real life. Like some of it was like bad. And Halo to me was way. It was advanced for its time. Like how the story was made, the graphics on it. It was almost like Final Destiny, where I was like, what the hell is this? Is this real people? Oh shoot, this is a game. Like it looked that good.
Yeah, it was really fun.
I think Halo 4 was the best. Like when it comes to graphics, like when they were doing the whole where you could do like submissions, and they would have like films of like showing the back story of Halsey and how they were able to. How the first Spartans were created, where they were orphan kids that were taken away from their families or the orphanage or their families, and they were replaced with clones that would die, like would get some illness and they would die in a couple of years. But those kids that were stolen were experimented on, and they became the first Spartans.
You played the shit out of this game.
Oh, dude, I know the whole like backstory on it, bro. It's
I don't even know. I played it, but I didn't even know all the extra
the Halsey
details.
And stuff. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, like PS Vita is like pretty much think of a Nintendo. What's that shit? A Switch, but like for PlayStation.
I remember the PS. Analog. Oh, the PSP.
It's a PSP. The PSP only had one analog. PS Vita is like an upgraded version of that. So it has touchscreen front and back. you can, it has like little touch receptors, I guess, on the sides, on the back.
Yeah.
It's pretty interactive, and it had like social media on there: Facebook,
Really?
MySpace, Twitter.
So it's like a
You can,
phone.
pretty much, it's pretty much like a social game handheld.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I mean, the graphics, it's way ahead of its time. That's why I didn't do as good as it. This came out like 2000s, early 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After the PSP, and I feel like even the PSP and its in its own, even though they had what 3 series, they had 1000 series, 2000 series, 3000 series, and they had the PSP Slim. Like they had like a bunch of variations, but it was just way ahead of its time because now everything's more like on the go handheld.
Yeah.
But back then everybody was based at home or based, like you know what I'm saying?
Or whatever,
On the computer, exactly. So I feel like they should have waited. It would have done super well now.
Yeah.
And then it would have done then it did. But yeah. And that has a camera and on there like the graphics are pretty decent. I mean, obviously for the time, it was cool.
It was bad, yeah.
If you did that shit now, that'd be crazy. Like I don't think the Switch would be as big as it is if there's like PSP and especially let's just disregard the PSP, the PS Vita. If that thing released with the Switch, it'd be very hard for Nintendo to keep up.
I feel like the next evolution of gaming, since we're in the subject of gaming, is I think it's VR, just because of how immersive it can get you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially when it comes to like
and AI
racing games and like especially if they can get a game where they can if they can mix the what's it called, the AI, the ChatGPT, right? And when, like, for example, if they made a game of Grand Theft Auto on VR where it's all ChatGPT,
Nobody would ever leave that.
Bro, so I play this game. It's called Skyrim, right?
I've heard of that.
And they have Skyrim VR. Bro, it is so immersive, especially when after it's mod, because
that's like an open world game, right?
Yeah, it's an MMO and it's open world. You can walk anywhere. And it has night and day. It has rivers, like lakes, mountains. You fight dragons and all this stuff. You can either be you can be a mage. You can be, archery. You can learn fight with swords, dual swords, whatever. But the graphics after modding, because the vanilla form, it looks okay, right? But
What's vanilla form mean?
So the vanilla is just how the game comes out.
Also like
After
stock.
Stock.
Okay.
Imagine a Skyline stock, and then mods are you're adding a bigger turbo, bigger bigger injectors, boring out the
fuel pump.
cylinder, fuel pump. You're just making the game so much better and realistic. You make yourself.
That's what they did in GTA.
Yeah, where they mod it. Yeah.
And they have flying cars and all type of spaceships and weird stuff.
I don't have flying cars, but
Well, I'm saying the GTA.
Yeah. Like the lighting and everything makes it, dude. At night, when you look at the sky, or even the day, it looks real. Like you look at the sky, how you view it in real life, and you wouldn't tell the difference. It's freaking crazy, and it's so immersive. It's pretty badass. That's what I was saying. Like if they would make. Yeah, PC. You have to connect. You can connect it to the Oculus, but through like a wire.
Okay.
But I mean, if they ever get, because right now the limitations of the Oculus is what's it called, not the graphics, but it's like 1080, or sometimes it's 780p. You know what I mean? The resolution. If they can get the resolution to 4K. Bro, and if they can get it to look as good as you can see it on PC, it would be game over.
Ain't there a new Oculus coming out?
Yeah, Oculus 3.
They're probably gonna do that. They're probably gonna make that 4K.
I don't know, because for example, what was it called, the Quest Pro has a worse resolution than the Quest 2, but it was supposed to be a Pro version where they make it to where you can have, like, right now I could be talking to you, I'll have the glasses on, which is really weird looking. Because they're smaller, but I don't know. They look nice. I was planning on getting, if the price wasn't so outrageous, it's $1,500.
$1,500.
Dude, that's crazy. Hell no.
Crazy.
No, especially for you lose resolution with them.
Oh, that's.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna pay. If it was like 4K resolution, then maybe I'll think about it. But dude, if I'm losing resolution, I might as well keep what I have. But it has it to where it's what they call it, AR, where it's real world interactive and virtual. So for example, I could be talking to you and a little thing. It's almost like Iron Man. A little thing will come up and it'll say Abdul, and it'll come out your portfolio. Yeah, it'll come out with your portfolio. But I'm looking at you, and I can see you. Guess I'm looking at you now.
Some pop-up display shit.
Yeah, pop-up display. And then what's funny is I was talking to my wife, and when we were driving, I was like, and I was looking because you have to sometimes look down to look at the screen for the navigation.
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, man, how cool would it be if like you could see like you're on the road, right? And, in Houston, how they have like 5 or 6 lanes.
Mm-hmm.
If you can see what lane you're supposed to be on, like almost like a game. You ever play Need for Speed or where the lines are on the ground and they're showing you the direction of goal? The route. How cool would that be if you put some glasses on and you put your navigations and you can still see everything, but you see the blue line and you're like, because a lot of times, bro, it's confusing. They're like, you're supposed to take this exit and it looks like it still goes straight.
That's true. But
and you're like, fuck, I just mixed my exit. Exactly. Yeah. Especially when they're making the new highways or like, especially and Dallas is bad, bro.
Dallas is ass.
Bro, Dallas sucks. Like, the city is growing so fast that they come out with new shit and it's like, oh, that was my exit, but the thing doesn't say it.
Some of these maps aren't updated yet.
Yeah. But imagine if it had it to where you see the line leaving. Oh, okay, this is where I need to go. That would be make it a lot more convenient. Or you're walking with your glasses, your shades on. They can go dark, and then you could be walking and it's just like showing you a path.
I mean, I would imagine that's probably where we're headed.
And eventually, I'll get it to where each person that you'll be walking by will come up with their name.
Yeah, their vitals and stuff like that.
I don't know about their vitals, but I would say their name because everybody's on social media, right?
Oh, that's true.
So then they could just link it to that, and it would just be like, it'll pop up, oh, Abdul, and then if which would be really weird, some random person, hey, what's up, Abdul? Like,
that's actually creepy.
You know my name.
Yeah, that's creepy as hell.
But then if you have the same technology, you would know their name.
Know that, they know because of this one.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell.
I mean, that'd be kind of freaky at first, but cool at the same time.
But then I don't think it would be too much like, so much of a shock because like at that point, if we get that far, everybody would be so used to like, having that.
Everybody would want that. I think you would be behind if you didn't.
Exactly. Kind of like now, like I was at the airport and I've seen Shorty with like a flip. That
would work out. Oh, really?
Yeah, but she was older, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Like one of like them. Like a,
straight like a razor.
Like a Hello Moto. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those. But I'm like, damn, there's people here still like, still making it out here with just bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't navigate anything or. I'm sure you can look stuff up on there, but like, dude,
nah, bro, how you gonna look this up?
Remember how we used to have to text in the old days? Yeah. When it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have to like like 4, like a block of like 4 letters.
Bro, I remember
just to say hi, you have to click the thing like 5 times. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
H and then I. Yeah. So I remember I had a friend, bro, that she could text without looking. Like on those phones, she would be like.
On a flip phone.
Yeah, like back in the day.
That's crazy.
Like, because at school you couldn't have it.
Oh, yeah.
So like they would text so much that they would be that. It's almost like typing. You know how some people can type without looking? Same thing, bro. I'll be like, how the hell do you know what the hell you're saying?
On a keyboard, though. I could get that, but how do you do that on like...
memory, bro.
That's crazy.
To remember that, okay, I is 2.
But then like sometimes you have to hit like one button. I forgot it's like a shift button. You have to hold that to like have caps lock, and to have the caps on. And then turn it back
she off. She got me, bro. I don't know, but she would do it.
I used to do that back. I was never that cold with it like she is. Yeah. Like, I mean, I remember having to do all that.
A special kind of person. No, bro.
She probably been on that for a minute.
Yeah.
That's dope as hell though. But yeah, bro, Florida.
Oh, that's crazy though to think. Well, I mean, if you think about it, like I was looking up certain states, like they teach the LGBTQ thing, to where like starting kindergarten. And it's like you can be whatever you want to be.
What is there to teach about that though? Like
that's what I'm saying. Like
why is that even a thing?
It's almost like it's almost like saying that they should have taught us about sex in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Like they should teach you about vagina and penis
before you can even have a period. You know what I'm saying?
Or before you even care about that stuff. Like they should be teaching you like this is the position you do this and this.
Which is
like
weird.
As a kid, it's like for what? Like you're not thinking about that, right? And it's confusing, and it's like for what? Like they don't need to be thinking about that stuff. If anything,
They're not thinking about
They should be
stuff.
Learning that in like late middle school, like
I would say
8th
like
grade,
8th, 9th grade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's just say middle school, maybe for freshman year.
I think that's what happened for us. Because even when we had like PE, they would have like a little bit of like biology and anatomy, but like we were never actually talking about like genitalia until maybe like
I think it was seventh. I think it was 7th or 8th.
It was pretty much late middle school, like you said. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's around the
For
age,
me,
like
because I am a lot older than you. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like around that time is like when a lot of the young girls. That's when they first start experiencing their first like period. You know what I'm saying?
Middle school.
Yeah, so it's like obviously you have to like okay. Obviously, I'm sure their parents are teaching them like
I think
what
it was like 7th grade. Whenever like I remember coming back from summer. And then like girls talking, like they were like friends, like and they're amongst each other, and we would be sitting there. No, they would be like, "Hey, did you have your period?" It's like, "No, I haven't." Like, "Oh, I just had it this summer."
Are they excited about it?
Yeah, kind of like it made them feel like they were women. I don't know, but they were like it's like like almost like a quinceañera where it's like a rite of passage, like that's what's supposed to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they were like kind of like, oh yeah, I had that. Or,
for some reason, like, when I was growing up, the girls my age, they were like, that had their period. Because obviously, like, I was young and I feel like I hit puberty late. But then obviously, like, for guys and girls, like, women hit puberty a lot earlier than guys. Yeah. So, like, I'm talking about young girls. At the time, they're already having, like, boobs and stuff. Yeah. And they're already, like, a little taller than I am. You know what I'm saying? They're looking older except for we're the same age. I might even be a year older than Shorty, but she just looks older than me because, you know, hormones and stuff. Yeah. So, like, I don't know, but, like, they would, like, kind of, like, keep it not secret. On a down low? On a down low, like, almost like they were, like...
Embarrassed?
I guess embarrassed because there has been, like, I have seen a couple times where, like, a girl probably, like, bled out or something. You know what I'm saying? And, like...
So she just like, threw her clothes, not like,
like
died.
Not everywhere. No.
Can you imagine?
Like,
she died
clothes. No.
She bled out.
Nah. Like, she stained herself up. You feel me?
Yeah.
And, like,
that
obviously that's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of girls weren't really, like, super, like, vocal about it. But then you did have, like, the little hot Cheeto girls that just didn't give a shit. They were like, I'm over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, just ratchet ass little girls. But, yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't think that should be. That's not even really a subject because that's not really anything.
I think that part should be taught. Like, girls are gonna have periods. Not that guys parents have periods too.
You know? Yeah.
Like what?
That sounds crazy. What? That's what I'm saying. Like, what is there to teach about LGBTQ? Like, what? That's not a subject. That's just like a thing that people.
That's an agenda.
That's practice later in their a personal agenda. People practice later in their adult life. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's like a subject to be taught in school.
That's something you choose to become later on.
And that shit's taught.
Yeah,
a lot of people think they were born gay. I ain't trying to offend nobody, but like I personally don't believe that people are born gay because if that was the case, then we'd have to say that okay, people are born murderers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know
or born hoes.
Or born hoes. Yeah. But this is like. People learn this behavior through what they see
or events that happen to them.
That happen to them. So it's not like because I was just born. I was born in the wrong body. Like God don't make mistakes.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. Like I 100% agree with you, but then at the same time there's some kids that like I feel like it's a chemical imbalance.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Dahmer. His mom was like drugged out really bad, and she used to like take a lot of like crazy medication, like schizophrenic, I think, medications when she was like pregnant with him. Okay. So I think that definitely like screwed him up a little bit, and obviously he was just very awkward, reserved, like just. You think kid.
He could have been different if he was raised different?
If he was in a different environment with better kids that act
like let's say his mom did the exact same thing, was a drug addict, she was
out of there, bro.
But they took him out of that environment and like a super wealthy family took him over. Like that would be an experiment to see what would have played out. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be cool.
And the only reason I say wealthy is because they would have the resources to provide him with a good school, provide him with like if he needed psychiatric exactly of like hey I'm having these issues, I'm having these thoughts, take him there like hey this is how you can fight through it.
And then you'd have like would it be a different supervision because he'd have like probably like a personal butler, you know what I'm saying, or a personal help, assistant. He'd have like all the attention that he lacked. Cause like, if you seen this, have you seen the series?
Nah, I haven't seen the series.
Bro, you should watch it.
Yeah, is it good? I heard it's really good, and I heard what's his name did really good.
It's really graphic. Yeah, the guy that played him did damn good.
What's his name?
I don't remember his name.
I forgot his name, but anyways,
he did really damn good. I think
Zac Efron. What's his name?
It wasn't Zac Efron.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Look it up.
It was not Zac Efron.
Look it up.
Bro, I can bet money right now. It was Zac Efron.
But
it was not Zac Efron.
You're about to lose that money.
Nah.
Yeah, his jaw looked all swollen. Zac Efron. Yeah, he played.
Zac Efron was on Disney.
Yeah.
Nah.
There's that guy that did the what's it called beat what the fuck is it called with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, what's the one with the beach? God dang, I just had
With
a
the
blank.
beach.
Yeah, with Dwayne Johnson. Uh, Short. No, not Short
See?
House.
I should have bet you money, baby.
Why?
You
Who
would have
was
lost that
it?
shit.
Who
His
was
name is
it?
Evan Peters.
What?
Yeah,
Let me see.
this guy. I'm like,
He played. Which
in
one am I thinking about?
the Dahmer series on Netflix.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It's this kid, man.
Oh, but maybe I'm thinking about a different one. I'm
You might be
thinking
thinking about something else. Maybe Ted Bundy?
Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted
He
Bundy.
did that
Okay,
one. Yeah.
okay.
Because I saw that came up here. I was like, see?
Yeah, see, I've never seen that one.
That's Ted Bundy,
Yes,
yeah.
that's what I was. Okay,
That guy,
okay.
he's ice cold, too.
Yeah.
He
See,
did-
that's the one I
yeah.
was thinking about.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
You got to see the Jeffrey Dahmer series. It's really graphic.
Really?
Yeah, it's really nasty.
Well, so what was his story? He went out killing a lot of women, right? Like he would.
Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah.
He just killed like randoms, but he mainly targeted
He killed couples, right?
couples
Yeah.
and like gay guys.
Really?
He was gay.
He was gay and he would kill gay guys?
He discovered he would sleep with the guys and then he'd like cut their body parts and like play with them and then,
What
like,
the fuck?
Yeah, it's really sick. I mean, I don't want to talk too much about it because they probably might flag us for some stuff.
Right.
But
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah.
really nasty.
Yeah.
It's really really bad. Like the stuff that he did.
You know what's crazy about that though? Speaking of cancel culture, is how they would play this. They would have the Netflix series, but we can't talk about it because then it would get canceled.
When you can literally go watch on Netflix any day, anytime,
and it's
anybody.
like, I don't know. It's crazy. It just seems like it's like rules are for the lesser, not for certain people.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I feel like that applies to anything though. Like at a certain point in time, like if you're of a certain status, like what can they tell you? You know, you're kind of untouchable.
Yeah, in a way. I think it depends. I think if you have a platform, like you would have to. I think the problem that the right people have, like conservatives have, is that they don't own platforms. Like they don't have they're starting to, like for example Rumble, which we are on. So
But that's the first.
Yeah, Rumble, and then Twitter. I guess now a little bit.
There's threads
just
now.
because
You heard of threads?
Threads? What the heck is that?
So
Is
Mark
that
Zuckerberg,
a new thing?
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg just launched it like last week.
Yeah, but that's not right wing. He's still left. He's still on the
Is
left
he left?
side. Yeah, he's left.
I thought he was right.
No, he's left. Because then if they would have Facebook. Facebook would technically be right if he was right. You know what I mean? Right. So it would be Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. He owns all those companies.
He owns Snapchat?
Yeah, he owns Snapchat. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
He owns WhatsApp.
He owns WhatsApp? Oh yeah, then it says powered by Meta when you open it up.
Yeah.
That's true.
So he all he does like.
They just acquired that though, no?
Nah, they've had it for a minute.
I ain't know WhatsApp too.
Yeah.
I have never known Meta to own WhatsApp.
Yeah, they've had it for a minute now.
Until
A couple
recently.
years.
I noticed today. I opened a WhatsApp. My parents always send me stuff on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Most third world country or more. Let's not say third world. Let's just say more foreigners. Yeah, use WhatsApp.
Bro, all the girls that I met in Orlando, bro.
They have
and
WhatsApp.
I kid you, bro. Yeah, like they're all like Puerto Rican.
Oh yeah.
They're mostly. I've probably met I barely met American chicks. Like most of them are like Hispanic or
How is that?
Dominican
From the
Puerto
culture.
Rican. I grew up around Hispanics, anyways.
I know, but like from Puerto Ricans to like American girls. Like what was the biggest difference that you saw?
One's better than the other.
Which one's better?
I like this Hispanic chicks, bro. I'm sorry. Like, no offense to American chicks, bro, but I've always just liked what I like, bro. That's just me, man.
No, Joe, what I'm saying is like in the culture, like in their behaviors.
Oh, their behavior?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like the Hispanic women are more approachable.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that? They're less stuck up? They're more like down to earth? Or...
Like, they're more like... The ones that at least that haven't like assimilated too much into American culture, like they're more like, because the ones I spoke to, they had like accents, and you know what I'm saying. You could tell they wasn't from.
Oh, so they were straight up from over there.
Yeah, they're like from Puerto Rico. Like, dude, it's crazy. Even the girl that I'm talking to now, like, she moved from Florida to Texas like 2 years ago.
What made her move over here? Just curious.
I think her family really came here, but I'm not sure. But yeah, her family, she moved from Puerto Rico to Florida. Well, Florida to Texas. Yeah, so she's in Texas now. But most people, like most islanders, are like Haitians. A lot of Haitians out there. A lot of Puerto Ricans. A lot of Dominicans. Like the lady at the resort, and like there was like 3 people at the resort that were Dominican.
And they were left. They were left leaning. They were left leaning. The Puerto Rican girls. I would think they would be right.
I didn't even ask him about politics.
So who was the one that was on the left?
Oh, that girl. She was a black girl.
I figured.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to say nothing, but like I was like,
nah, she was black.
In my head, I was thinking like, well, I didn't want to be like, what's it called, like prejudge.
Oh, prejudice.
Yeah, prejudice. Yeah. Which something about prejudice is not to be like sound weird, but like they're kind of right. Like most prejudice things is like you're
that
like
shit do be on. It depends. It depends. But most cases.
Yeah, most cases. I would say 70%.
Yeah, I get it. That's why I don't see. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't even advocate for like Black Lives Matter and stuff because like we say that and then when people say, well, y'all do this, and it's like, damn, I can't even say we don't do that because we do that shit.
I think I sent you a couple videos of like of people saying that.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, well, what the hell? Like, we're saying Black Lives Matter, and then we're literally destroying ourselves.
We're killing ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I say, oh, I don't believe in Black Lives Matter, and I was going to say the conversation there with her. I was like, so you feel like Black Lives Matter?
You're like, I'm not going to hit that touch.
Shut the fuck up. Like, he made sure, because I was going to take it there with her. Like, when I started going on about like, my think pieces. Exactly. He was like, you're going to fuck up my pussy for me. You need to shut the hell up right now. So, like, he kept on, like you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, shut the fuck. Don't say anything else. He's like, don't mind him. He kept on trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, this is for me and me only. Like, let me do what I got to do. And I was like, you know what?
Go do you, yeah.
Yeah, go do it.
I'll talk to her afterwards.
I was going to fuck it up, man. Like, I was going to take it there. I was like, how do you feel about this, that? And she was like...
It would be interesting, though, to talk, like,
I already knew where she was going with it, though. And when she seen, like, where I was coming from, she was like... I can tell she's kind of getting a little, like...
Annoyed?
Edgy on annoyed. I'm like... We're strangers. I'm not trying to come off, like, any type of, like, hostile, but, like... there's definitely a big difference between the way she thinks about things and the way, like, I think about things. But it's, like... I feel like a lot of people, like us, like a lot of black people, like, we're not reasonable enough to, like... let me not say we're not reasonable, but, like, we don't reason enough when it comes to that subject.
Do you think...
About self-accountability.
Do you think...
But we always like to point the blame. You want play the race
victim,
card,
play
or
the
victim, or play the blame game.
Do you think it's a lot because history is not really being taught? Like, for example, a lot of people don't know that the Democratic Party is actually the one that started the KKK.
That's what I'm saying.
The people that actually like that the Democratic Party were the ones that wanted slaves, and the Republicans wanted to free the slaves.
People are ignorant now. That's what I'm saying.
But like, that's by choice because the
information is out there.
The information is out there. Like if you just took 2 minutes of your time and went and researched it, and I feel like it's changing, bro. I feel like there's been there's a moving, especially in the black community. Because there's so many big names that are starting to advocate for it. And when I say big names, more like YouTubers, like for example, the ones that pop into my head right now is the Hodge twins. Like what they were hardcore Democratic.
I used to watch them a lot.
Bro, I used to watch them when they were just
comedians.
Like, well, they started off by doing videos of like emails. Like people would email them their stories and what do you think we should do about like Hodge twins about girls and doing that. You should just slam them or whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they are now. Like super right, super they're super right, all bro. The way right. They call themselves Uncle Tom's, Uncle whatever. That's
because people are gonna call them that anyways. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. So but they have like you can go to the website and buy like a white card white privilege. They have a card that's like show your white privilege card, so you can just pull it out. They have a bunch of like funny like memeable stuff. Yeah, that they bring up, but. So they were at, like I said, I watched a lot of Patrick Bet-David. So Patrick Bet-David interviewed them and kind of got to be like, hey, well, what's your story? What made you switch from being, over on the left side to now seem like you're really far right? And they just tell the story of how they were in like I said, I don't want to mess up their story, so I'm just going to try to say what I do know. And if y'all do, like, go watch Patrick Bet-David's podcast on the Hodge twins. They explain it way better. Obviously, it's their story. But the short version of it is they lived in, like, with black family, and then they moved to where there was, like, white people. Like, there was, like, their side and then the white people side.
So they got brainwashed. They got whitewashed.
Well, they saw that they didn't treat them any differently. Like when they were in the black people, like they were like, no, these white people are bad. They're always gonna mistreat you. They're gonna fuck you up. They're gonna rob you. They're gonna do this.
Also, all the stuff that they were taught.
So they go, yeah, and now they're scared, right? And then they're like, what the fuck? They're not treating us bad. They're not talking. They're not calling me the N word. They're not calling like what the fuck?
Actually,
like everything that we learned was about. And then they joined the military, and it was like really like they started to learn more things. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, the military will do that to you though.
I think it's starting to go more woke though, but it's because you're starting to mix with different plastic people. Because
we're talking about the last 2 years becoming more.
Yeah. I think most of it, you would get more. I would say more Republicans, to join the military. I could be wrong.
No,
but I feel like
right.
they are more patriotic. Was it? Okay,
patriotic.
Patriotic.
Yeah, they teach you. You have to be. Come on, you're in the army.
But then isn't that one of the things you're supposed to do? Like, isn't that the people you want to respect? They're the ones giving you the freedoms to say all the things that you want to say, all the craziness that you want to say. So then it's like you're literally saying you're fighting with the people that gave you your freedom. So imagine if they didn't give you that freedom. So then you would go, what do you want? Go back, revert to what we were before?
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want America to be great, and to me, great is not slavery, not...
just a nation that can
prosper all together.
Prosper, yeah.
Yeah. And then everybody can be wealthy.
Yeah.
It don't matter about your skin color. It don't matter. Like, everybody can do good. Mm-hmm. And that has been proven, bro. So, like, literally nowadays, I feel like the dumb people are the ones, like, you have to do crazy stuff and you'll make it. Like, you'll make millions of dollars and...
Being ignorant,
like,
you mean?
Yeah, being ignorant. And I feel like, for example, these, like, the Island Boys, right? They did some dumb stuff. They had face tattoos, whatever they did, right?
Bro, they to become whole image.
But they had all this money, and they were like, people would give them advice, but they were
stuck up,
dumb
and stuck up
that they wouldn't. They thought people's advice was them criticizing them instead of like. Help, oh shit! You've made millions and you've kept it. Oh shit!
I think they're like struggling right now. I think.
Yeah, bro, they're broke. They're going broke. Like they literally went from wherever they were the situation.
A year.
And they went like rented this multi-million-dollar house with like $1,000,000 cars.
Girls.
Yeah, bro, they lived it up while it lasted. But
jewelry.
now that So they were on Logan Paul's podcast, and George was like, "Hey, have you ever thought about what happens if?" Which is a legit question. What happens if you stop making this money? Mm-hmm. Are you making proper investments? And then they got offended, like, "Oh, you calling us stupid?" Like, no, bro. I'm just asking a question. Know why? What happens if it does stop?
They felt it tight because number one, first of all, those guys are young. I feel like they would have like 20, 21,
yeah,
maybe, they're young as shit.
Yeah.
And honestly, I ain't trying to judge y'all if y'all can watch this video one day, but I was never feeling them from the get go because I thought they looked really stupid.
Honestly, no, but I don't think anybody did.
Yeah, like they looked real shit. They look real damn stupid, and they look like they make real dumb decisions. Yeah, now they're in and out of jail, like doing.
Are they really?
Bro, yeah, like just doing stupid shit, bro. That's what happens when like you're in internet like that. They blew up. That's what happens with fast money. When you make like fast money like that, especially when you're like dumb.
Yeah.
Y'all are dumb.
Just to let y'all know, if y'all didn't know already, y'all
are dumb. All that money, fame, and all the women, and the fast life, that all gets you, and like they're probably never experienced something like that before, so they're living it up, thinking they're on a high horse, and it's like, bro, it's gonna leave you just as fast as it found you. You feel me? Like unless, like, imagine they took all those. I'm pretty sure they made millions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and they invested in like real estate. Or invested in.
They'd be sad. They would never have to worry about it.
They would be. They could never make another Island Boy video again, and they'd be chilling for the rest of their lives. Mom, dad, everybody good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But now look at them. They probably shot. You know what I'm saying?
Because I don't think I'm the smartest person either, right?
You don't got to be a brilliant, a genius to make smart decisions.
But I think you should follow. Like you should listen to some smarter people. If you got
a millionaire telling you how to keep your money and make more of it. I think you should listen to them. The guy that has.
They're not trying to
multi-millions. He doesn't need your money. He has his own freaking money, dude.
You know what I think it is? It's pride. Like nobody wants to be like looked at like a punk or a little person, and I want to.
Nobody wants to get little broed, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what they felt like in that podcast. Like they felt like they were being little broed, and they're like, and all he was doing is like, bro, if anything, I'm trying to help you. You know what I mean? Like for example, if somebody came in, right, and was like multi-millionaire and was talking to me and telling me like, hey, you have this, what are you doing with it? Oh, I'm doing this. Like, oh man, I don't know if I would be doing that. I wouldn't be like pissed off. Like, man, what the fuck, like.
You think I'm retarded?
Yeah,
You think I don't
like.
know what the hell I'm doing?
Yeah,
You
and
don't.
I would be like, oh shit, you know what? Like, fuck. Obviously, I just told the weather it's cloudy and raining. But obviously, I would be like, man, you know what? I might. This guy is a multimillionaire. I'll
Yeah.
probably need to shut the fuck up
And
and
listen,
listen and be like, you know, I'm gonna pick your brain, bro. What would you do if you had my money?
bro. He's
Like,
pointing you in the right direction.
what movies would you be doing? Oh, I'll be doing this and that. Okay, let me try that out.
I think,
And I wouldn't put all the eggs. I would just kind of experiment. Like,
yeah,
are you trying to screw me or are you trying to like, man,
bro,
put a
they
little
could have
bit. If it
done
works,
Turo,
man.
real estate, Airbnb. That's real estate.
Oh,
Bro,
Turo,
anything.
yeah.
You know
We
what I'm
actually
saying?
just booked with them.
Buy,
Yeah.
bro. Y'all could buy a whole bunch of exotic cars, rent them out, bro. You're
Yeah.
great, bro. You're set, bro.
And you can still you can still enjoy all that, right?
And you can still use those cars.
Yeah, rent them out.
And like, bro, they'll be paying, bro.
I think
But the
that's what
thing is-
Turo is, right? Turo is you rent your personal car
Yeah.
and they
And they pay you.
Yeah, and they pay you.
That's what it is.
I
And
think
people do that. They'll you have the money. Let's say you have let's say you have 500K right now. You know what I'm saying? Half a mil, and you just go like buy like BMW, Benz, and just rent these cars.
It's
Like, bro, that's free bread, bro.
Yeah.
All the money you can buy those cars cash. And even if you didn't want to buy it cash, you rent that shit out. It'll pay for itself.
I'm sure it's a tax write off too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's a service. You're providing service to the public, so it's a tax write off.
Dude, it helps because when we booked our trip that we're gonna go on to, we used that and
Turo?
yeah, and they're freaking we already paid for it.
Convenient.
And
You don't gotta go to Hertz. You don't gotta go to Enterprise. You don't gotta go to, you know what I'm saying, all these places and get taxed.
And
you know what I'm saying?
and actually is more of reasonable price for something better.
It's more of a personal experience because you get to develop a good relationship.
And they pick you up.
You know what I'm saying?
No, they literally they're like, we'll have the car at the airport for you.
You know I've used Turo before, bro.
Yeah.
It's really convenient.
This is our first time ever using it. So
for real?
we were like,
It's
what the
convenient.
hell is this? Like,
It's convenient.
This is
But there's
cool.
other times where you go to their property, like their house, and pick the car up or whatever too.
Yeah. Like it depends. Yeah. Like the one we picked, they're like, we'll drop it off at the airport, and you can take it off. You can take it from there.
You ain't gotta call no Ubers, none of that, bro. It saves money. You just bring it back with gas in it, you're good.
Yeah.
Obviously,
We got a Tesla, so we don't just gotta charge it.
Yeah, we're in Orlando till we had a Tesla.
Yeah.
Only thing I hate about Tesla is like, I hate that you had to sit in it to like charge it, and we couldn't.
What we were planning on doing is charging overnight, cause he gives you like 400 range. So then if you charge it overnight, you got all day. You don't matter.
That's very true.
You just gotta play it smart. And then what's cool is you don't gotta worry about bringing it back full gas. So you're saving money and gas.
Yeah.
So then you just charge it overnight, and then you just enjoy it while you.
Superchargers out there, I think, were free.
Yeah, if you have a Tesla, I think it's free. Yeah.
That shit was cool.
Yeah,
That's
30
so
minutes.
good.
30 minutes to fully charge. Or is it 20? I think it's 20
It's
minutes.
so fast. Like you'll
Yeah.
watch it go from like 8% to like 35% in like 10 minutes or something like that.
And if you just need that much to go home and charge it and the rest for
And
free,
exactly.
you can just do that.
It's really not that bad of a thing. It almost made me want to Tesla, but I was like, man, like.
I want a Tesla too, but it's just like I play with the cons and pros. I really need a truck, so I'm definitely gonna get a truck. But for me, the reason I was so excited to get one.
We had a Model 3
But
this weekend.
yeah, those are nice, dude. Especially if you got the dual engine, those things are fast.
I don't know if
They're
it's
freaking quick.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Lee, Florida. That shit.
Nothing put you
back in my seat. That shit's
You can
crazy.
drift those things like easily. You
Bro,
could
yeah.
because you could take it from all-wheel drive to two-wheel drive.
Two-wheel, yeah.
Yeah, it's freaking it.
That shit's cool as hell.
Yeah.
I like those. They just feel so much fun.
Yeah, the only thing that pushes me not to get one is the whole control. Yeah, the tracking and the control of where like if
don't
this
think Elon would
country
do that.
ever, I'm saying, but it might not be his option. It might be like if the government ever goes tyrannical, right? And this is one thing that scares me, and I'll get to it here in a little bit after I make my thing about Tesla, is the fact that if the government goes tyrannical and we do become a socialist country where like if it become like China where there's a credit score and you say something
Social credit score.
where they turn your shit off or they're gonna go digital on money and they'll do your car where you're like, okay, well now you're subject to you can't leave your house, and they'll literally turn off your car, turn off your bank, and then you're screwed. Because if you don't have your bank, how you gonna pay your bills, right?
You ain't got no money.
So
yeah.
speaking on that is I wonder how if there's any similarities to how at what point will people say enough is enough, and there'll be, which I'm not advocating for, right, a revolution. Like imagine how these people in was this 1776 when they signed the Declaration of Independence, how brave these people had to be, because they were in the same like not in the same situation as us, but if you think about their frame, they had a government that was being tyrannical towards them, where they were taxing them without even representing them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with which is kind of what's happening now, bro. Like they're making laws where the majority of the people are like, I don't agree to this shit.
Yeah,
I don't agree to
exactly.
Ukraine.
Yeah, facts.
I don't fucking send billions of dollars over there.
Like, nobody
Like,
wants
what
to.
the
Yeah,
fuck? You're not representing me.
facts.
You're not
That's not what I
representing
stand
me.
for.
Yeah, that's not what I stand for. You're not representing me when you're teaching kids all this crap on LGBTQ and a freaking kindergarten.
That's weird.
Like, bro, that's not my. So it's like we're almost in the same scenario.
We're getting there.
We're getting there,
pretty
bro.
close.
It's getting, but it's like, how brave did those men have to be to be like, enough is enough, and we're gonna bear our arms and fight this government? Like, I don't think that's in the United States anymore.
Right now, no.
I think people are too
scared, too weak, and there's too much of a hesitation. Like, what if we don't? You know what I'm saying? Like, like back then, I'm pretty sure people weren't thinking like, obviously it came across their mind like, bro, we might not win this, but then they're like, bro,
we have to do it,
do or die. You know what I'm saying? So they just did what they did, and it
like I
out.
said, we're not advocating this. This is just our thoughts on the situation and just my process of thinking. Like, man, what were those men feeling? Like, what were those, like, how desperate did you have to be like, I'm gonna sign this paper? Like, that's your death sentence. Because if it didn't go that way, they were gonna get executed, guaranteed, for treason.
Yeah, of course.
You're
plotting against the government.
You're plotting against the government, exactly. Like, if they thought January 6th was an insurrection, where nobody in there had a weapon, like literally they were walking in. If you saw footage that has been out now, been released,
So crazy,
bro. They would look like they had a tour of the freaking Capitol.
Everybody's chilling, just
taking pictures.
There's elderly people in there, just look at this.
And the like the shaman, what was his name? Shaman, the
Q,
like he was I would say the craziest one, where he was like taking pictures on top. But even then, he was getting escorted. Like it looked like he was getting escorted around the whole thing.
Like, if that's why I like how they say, there's two sides to every story.
Yeah.
That's why I always never like try to judge too much when I see stuff that I think is like kind of like out of the ordinary, or like something that I might not agree with.
Yeah.
Like I'll see something in public, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this?
Was a full story.
Yeah. But I'm like, I need to know the whole story. Or like, let's say if because I've heard a lot of stories about this guy did this to me. You know what I'm saying? Or like whatever. And I'm like, okay, but how did it happen? Yeah, you're a victim, sure.
Yeah.
But what made this? What led up to this? Because there's always two sides of the story, bro. And there's her side, his side, and the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Three sides.
So there's really three sides, exactly. Yeah. So that's why I like to like know, because if I didn't know any better, I initially when I saw CNN, I'm like, bro, they are overturning the government, and then. What is it? A year later, when everything like unfolded?
I think it's like 2 years.
It literally 2 whole years later.
Almost 3, because it happened in 2020. So we're in 2023 now.
It was 2020. Yeah, it was 2020. Damn.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
That's insane.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, stuff is barely coming out. Things leaking out.
It was 2021.
No, it was 2020. It was right before Trump. Well, Trump was still president.
You sure?
And Trump was still president. He was saying that they stole the election.
That was the election. Oh yeah.
So it's 2020.
He's not even lying. Okay, yeah. So it's damn.
Yeah.
It feels like just last year, actually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Biden's almost done with his.
Wow.
Like this year is his last year. This is last year.
He's done. Oh no, like next year's his last year.
No, this is.
He got elected in 2020.
Yeah, you're right.
It's next year.
Yeah, next year. Yeah.
But let's see if he makes it, because they tell me he's not looking too good these days.
Really? You think he'll pass away?
I'm not hoping that, because I'm not wishing.
No. Yeah.
Apparently, they're saying he's using a breathalyzer to sleep through the night.
Really?
Yeah.
You think they're gonna kill him?
I don't know. I know he's not all the way.
I know they want him out.
They want him out, but then they'll be. America's not finna sit there. I ain't got nothing against it. I mean, if it happens, it happens. It's not my call to make. But they ain't finna sit there and let no woman be no president, bro. I'm sorry.
You don't think so?
Hell no.
I think they will. Yeah, I think they will.
You think because of the new agenda that's going on right now?
What new agenda?
Like,
there's a lot of new agendas. I don't know what the hell is new.
Very true. Like the feminist agenda,
man,
with all
the feminist I can't even say it.
I don't even want to say that shit, but like the feminism.
Yeah, the feminism. They lost me, bro. They lost me whenever they stopped fighting for women's rights. And when I say they stopped fighting for women's rights, is when they let men join their sports.
Yeah.
Like, you're literally letting men whoop on women.
But
that's not misogynist.
That's not exactly. That's not misogynistic. But somehow that's advocating
for
for
women,
protection
of women is that's weird, bro. That's like flip. Like what? I thought,
but you guys deliberately will not protect women's rights, even in the locker room.
Yeah, bro.
Did you see this one time? All right. I don't know if you've seen this picture or there's a video of this trans guy.
Yeah, taking a picture of that girl changing,
and he had a boner on. He had a full on boner.
Yeah, I think he was jerking it. I think he was.
Weird.
Yeah, bro. He was like, so what?
Like, I'm a woman.
Yeah.
And all the women are there uncomfortable as hell. Like, why is this guy in this place? I can be here because I'm a woman.
Yeah, that's. And
his dick's hard, bro. Yeah. Like he's literally there.
You didn't know women had dicks. You didn't know women had dicks, bro.
Nah, hell no. Not where I'm from. Yeah. Shit. Not where I'm from, sir.
You didn't know women could have kids, bro.
Nah, hell no. Well, men could have kids. You mean?
I mean, men. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. I'm so confused. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro.
I don't even know what's real anymore.
I don't even know what's real, bro.
That shit crazy.
It's getting to the point where sad, I just saw this post. I don't know if you saw this parade in New York where they were saying it was a
pride parade.
Yeah, where they were saying we're coming after your kids. I think I sent it to you.
Dude, yeah, I saw that.
So I saw this post.
And they're laughing.
Yeah, they're laughing about it, right? They're like we're queer. Something they're chanting, we're coming for your kids.
We're queer.
We're coming for your kids.
Coming for your kids.
There's literally a post underneath it that's saying like, oh my God, people will believe anything. That's not even what they're saying. It's like, what do you mean that's not what they're saying? That's literally what they're saying.
It's English.
So people are now not even believing what they hear or see. Like they could be.
The fact that we can even change definitions because just trying to make things up. Come on now. You know, I had this conversation when I was in Florida with my homies. I was telling them like, cause he was talking about marriage and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's like, bro, are you ever gonna get married? And I was like,
it's hard, bro. I don't know how you do it, bro.
Yeah,
single,
I
feel for y'all single people out there.
I was like, bro, how? Like, do you see what we have to work with, bro? Yeah. Like, look at what we dealing with, bro. Like, look at our options.
You would have to go out of country.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, like, if I want to get married, bro, like, I'm scared to get married because look at my options, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then even if you find a good one, it's like she can become a bad apple just by, like, making, you know? If she gets influenced by the wrong crowd. And they're really, like, welcoming to, like, people. They know how to get people under their wing, you feel me?
Yeah.
They're really, really, like... I don't want to say grooming because I don't like using the term grooming when it comes to adults because I feel like that's like for kids, you know, that's more fitting for kids.
I think it's still let's say manipulative.
They're very manipulative, so they'll like persuade you very easy. They're very persuasive when it comes to like trying to get you to believe in what, you know, to stand for their agenda. And I'm like, bro, like I personally I don't even want to raise a family in this country, you know, when it comes to my time, and I don't plan to get married to probably like 33 maybe 30 you know, like at least for a while, you feel me, like at least another 5 years at the very least, you know what I'm saying? So, and I say that because like, dude, man, you're not even in the dating scene. You're lucky you got who you got. Now you're married, like you locked in, but like, bro, it sucks. Like it's not even, I'm not even motivated, you know what I'm saying, to like really lock anybody in because it's like, bro, it's just rubbish.
The more I like start investigating and more I look into like all this culture, like everything that's been changing with America, bro, is like the more glad I am happy that I found my person.
You're really lucky,
bro. It's
and even if you don't support what they, bro. I'm talking to women and I'm having like general like conversation with them and I'm telling them how I feel about certain things because conversation is just coming up. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how I mean? We just chop it up and like shit just comes up. Same way. And then like once they hear my view, they get turned off because I don't stand for the weird shit that's going on in the world. It's like, bro, like why would I stand for that? Why would you want me to stand for that? You know what I'm saying?
You think it's a type
as a man?
You think it's a type of people that you were like around maybe?
I don't know.
Because
I be around a lot of different people though. Like it's not like I'm just around one type of group of people. Like I'm around, you know, I talk to anybody, you know, when I'm outside. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Or if they approach me, if I approach them, or if we just happen to like end up in a conversation because I join or they join mine, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like it all seems like everybody's on the same type
wavelength.
Wave, exactly. Like, and it's weird
because I'm crazy, bro.
And I'm not saying this to try to make myself, oh, I'm different. I mean, I've been having different views, bro. Like, and I have morals, values. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of rare these days. Like, girls are wild.
You ain't lying, bro. Like,
girls are wild.
Like, I think for men to find what they're looking look for a conservative woman, one, is really rare. And if you find one, put a ring on it. Two is, I think most people are gonna have to go either like Japan, other side of the world, Dubai,
or
um,
Arab countries, honestly.
Arab countries where they're Muslim, where because I've been looking at this like the whole difference between Muslim countries versus Christian company countries, which countries are technically companies. That's all they are.
In a way,
Uh, and if you're run by a bad CEO, you're gonna have bad problems, kind
for
of like how
sure.
we have right now.
For sure.
But Muslim countries are less tolerant when it comes to like everything that's happening here.
Bro,
Like they
it's
don't have time to
zero
play that. Yeah,
tolerance.
like they don't have time
I
for
saw
that.
this interview. There's a YouTuber. I'm gonna send you that video because I have it in my history, in my YouTube, on my in my YouTube history. There's a video like he did a interview, like a walking interview of like America, and then he went to like I think he was in Dubai or like somewhere, and they were like, the women were like, can he asked him like, can I be a woman? She was like, what? What the hell are you talking about? And this ain't a like third world country. This is like a well developed like Arab country. And then they were like, women do this,
Yeah.
men do that. That shit is in America. We don't do that over here.
Yeah.
Like it's black and white.
Yeah.
There is no gray area. There is no middle ground. This is what we do. This is what men do. You know what I'm saying? And
like,
it's very clear.
Yeah.
And it's literally every person that said that. Every person. It wasn't even like, oh,
it wasn't like 50-50.
No, it was literally, and he talked to like a few different people, and then everybody in America obviously said, yeah, I mean, you can. Oh, he wasn't even in America. He was in Europe. He was in Europe, and they were all like, yeah, you can. I believe men can, be women. I mean, you have to respect people's pronouns. You have to do this. And it's like he takes it overseas where people actually have sense, and everything is making sense. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
It's
like
crazy.
I feel like staying on the feminine thing is. I feel like
That ain't even fair to women.
they want to be so no they're not. I feel like they want to be men so much. They want to be so equal that they're living.
Women don't even like that though.
But they live in I feel like an illusion that they 100% believe like the people that like are like all about the feminists, the new feminists, that they believe 100% that they can do anything that a man can.
I was watching this video and it was like, it was this trans girl.
You can make the same money as a man. I don't think you could do the same thing. Like you don't have the same strength. You don't like
Bro,
like
women in pipeline work and see if they perform.
Well, all I'm saying is if a woman can do the exact same thing as a man, why do we have different sports? They should have
co-ed
they should just have NBA.
Yeah.
And women, if they are good enough to make it, they're good enough to make it. They should have UFC. They should just have not women's. They should just have if they can do the exact same thing,
don't they? In the women's.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, he destroyed. He destroyed like he literally broke a woman's like whole face.
I was gonna say he fucked her shit up.
Yeah, dude. Like that's not even
and he's
fair,
proud,
bro.
And he's
see that it's just, you know.
He's like, it couldn't be me, man.
I don't know, man. Like, I just wish when you're fighting, a guy would go in there. Like, you really want to beat up a girl, and you think, okay, well, let's fight.
Yeah, exactly. Let's one-on-one.
Let's go. You know.
And you know that's really cowardly because like
it is, bro. Dude, that's a coward, bro.
Exactly.
That's...
You couldn't fight against men of your own kind.
Yeah.
You have to go to a women's league and start like punching on them, just like destroying them. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's not even a fair fight. That's not even a fair fight.
That's so cowardly. That's let's even take off the values of it, like the morality part of it. Like, bro, sportsmanship. When it comes to sportsmanship, that's
you don't have none, bro.
No type of sportsmanship at all, bro. Like that's literally pussy.
Bro, can you imagine if you had a little daughter, right? And she is
that's crazy.
And let's say the UFC, and you see her next fight, and it's a trans man. Bro, like, what would you do? Like, I would be outraged, bro.
No, I'd be outraged. I ain't gonna lie.
Or like even in like even if it's not fighting, because you know she's gonna lose. Like, unfortunately, like there's no like, oh, you might win, baby. Like you got this. You got.
It's gonna be
like,
a whooping,
bro. Like you might be sending her to be completely like life altering.
Might just end her career, right?
Yeah, exactly. Even like in, let's say, tennis or in swimming, basketball, anything that they do.
Swimming,
bro. Like you're taking a position away from a real woman.
that worked really hard.
Yeah, bro. Like that work. She could be working 100% harder than you ever did.
Yes.
But you're gonna be just because of how your biology is.
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah, naturally. You have bigger feet, bigger hands. You're stronger. Taller, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. The feminists are actually hurting the women because they're like, we can do whatever a man can. We can be whatever a man can be, and it's like, yes, certain women can. I'm not saying that 100%. Certain women can do, like, when it comes to physical work. You know, there's stronger women.
Bigger women.
Yeah, there's bigger women. There's stronger women. But like, whenever you take the strongest woman, and you get the strongest man. Because that's what you can't compare a strongest woman with the weakest man.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to compare apples to apples, right?
Yeah, for sure.
They're miles apart.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he'll destroy her ass.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, for it to be logical, she would have to be up here.
Yeah.
With the strongest man to be like, yeah, we could do whatever. But at least I haven't seen it. Y'all can prove me wrong. Put down the comment down below. Give me a video, whatever. If it's the best woman in whatever sport versus the best in that sport, and she's like keeping up. Like, yes. I would retract my words and be like, apologize, I'm sorry.
Delete the whole video.
I'll delete the whole video.
Oh God.
Yeah, bro. But like, until that video, emerges, this video stands.
And with that, guys.
Yeah, with that, guys. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you don't agree with us, hey, let us know why down below. Why? What did we say that made you maybe upset?
No,
maybe
sure.
that we're wrong, and we just need to go look it up and maybe have changed our mind, kind of like.
Disclaimer: we're not trying to offend anybody. We just trying to make things make sense.
Yeah, we're just trying to make it make sense.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't make sense, explain to us why it doesn't. Maybe we'll have a conversation with you. Who knows? And with that, guys. Peace out.